var gode og dyre, vi ville bli gift, men en prest var ikke enkelt å finne. Da hørte vi noe bannskap, det singla i glass, og Bjørn Eidsvåg kom ramla ned. Halleluja! Og jeg svaret ja, og Cindy sa yes, og snart lå vi der godt begge to. Jeg fortalte om Åmot og Ulvang og Sputnik, hun sa at Norge er landet mitt nå. Det er min dag i dag, herregud for en herlig dag. Det er min dag i dag. Det er min dag i dag, herregud for en herlig dag. Det er min dag i dag. Ja, det er min dag i dag, herregud for.
Hello everyone and welcome to another television series episode review. Today I'm going to review an episode by the name of The Children's Crusade. This is episode 7 for the TV series titled Revolution that comes on Channel 2 NBC. So if you remember last time's episode, it was episode 6, Sex and Drugs, and it was pretty much about Charlie and the gang, and that's kind of just what I like to call them, Charlie and the gang, and Nora, their friend, was hurt, and they had to go to a guy's house and kill someone for him in order to get the antibiotics. That was the gist of last time's episode. But now it's episode 7 titled Children's Crusade. Once again, Charlie and the gang are off doing their traveling, trying to save Danny, and they come across these children, hence the name of the episode. They come across these children, and these children have no parents, because of the blackout, and they have to fend for themselves, and they're all on their own. And one of the kids' brothers has been taken by the militia, and they are forcing the kid's brother to be a part of the militia. Brands him with the M and, be a part of the militia. So Miles and Charlie and the gang decide to help out the brother by going to the ship that they are on. By that, I mean a literal ship. A ship they are on, and save the brother. That's the gist of episode 7 called The Children's Crusade for the TV series titled Revolution. Now, this episode was once again, an extremely well done episode, but probably, if not, the most interesting episode yet in the series Revolution. And the reason I say that is because we find some critical things out about the so-called USB electronic pendant, that makes electricity appear for a certain amount of time, just at random instances in the show. And we found out that Charlie's father, I forget his name, or Ben is his name, Charlie's father, Ben, created this, him and his wife created this device, this USB pendant, in order to actually create an eco-free, clean and friendly way to create electricity that was cheap, but instead it actually did the exact opposite of that, and it actually destroyed electricity in the certain area. So I'm guessing now, and I'm guessing what happened was Randall took this, because they were having hardships with the family, and he had to give it to him, in order for his family to survive. You got to do what you got to do, right? Randall took this and used it for the bad, and now has used it on the entire world. I'm pretty sure that's what happened with the whole USB pendant. They made it very obvious. So my only question with the series now is how exactly we're going to get the power back on, because we found out in this episode, the mystery has now pretty much come to a conclusion. I liked the mystery for the first 6 episodes, but now in the 7th episode, The Children's Crusade, the mystery has now come to a conclusion. We now know why the electricity has gone off. We don't have all the details, but we know the main gist. Like I said, the only question is, how do we get the power back on, right? Another really fundamental thing about this episode was, a long time ago, Grace was taken by some random guy. She was shocked with a taser and taken. She was another character with the USB pendant. Well, finally, 3 or 4 episodes later, we finally are reunited with her, and we found out who took her. The man that took her was actually Ben's boss for the company he worked for, and Randall was the one who has taken her, and we are finally introduced to Randall's character. And that's pretty much the gist of what happened in The Children's Crusade. I really enjoyed this episode. This time we had a flashback for Rachel, I think her name's Rachel, Danny's mom, Rachel, we had a flashback to when she was pregnant. Now, I don't know if that's one of the kids or if that's a miscarriage. I think she ends up having a miscarriage. Anyways, that's irrelevant. But that's the flashback for this episode. You know, every episode has a flashback. The flashback for this one was we found out about Randall and her, you know, miscarriage and that whole thing. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. You know, it's not the most action-oriented episode. Not a lot of action happens until the last, you know, 10 or 15 minutes. You know, we've had other episodes that were more action-wise. But like I said, I love Revolution. Because every episode, I've said this a lot in my review, and I feel like I'm saying the same thing again, but I've got to say it, because I feel like every episode just gets better and better and better, and every episode just gets more solid and more solid. That's why I love Revolution so dearly. It's just a great show. Everyone should like it. And I noticed with the promo, it seems that, like I assumed, they're going to split up Revolution into 2 runnings. There's only going to be 3 more episodes of Revolution. It's going to premiere the episode 8 next week, called Ties That Bind, will come on the 12th. Then episode 9, Kashmir, will come on the 19th of November. And then we'll have one more episode that will premiere November 26th of 2012, this year. And then the last episode, and then we won't have another episode of Revolution, actually, until March 25th of 2013, next year. You know, so like I said, I believe there's like 22 episodes in the series, and they're splitting it up, like I said, into 2 runnings. So we're going to have 10 episodes now, and then, you know, another 11 or 12 next year. And that's usually what they do. They do that with, you know, a lot of series. The Walking Dead, they do that with a lot of stuff. Anyways, that's the plan for this one. 2 runnings. Like I said, the last episode will premiere in 3 weeks, November 26th, and then we're going to have about a 3-month break, or almost 4 months actually, and then the next episode will not come back on until March 25th of 2013. So, kind of bad news, because we have to, you know, wait for more. We have to wait for episode 11 of Revolution until March of next year. But the good news is we have at least 3 more weeks of it, right? So anyways, I really felt that tonight was really cool. Definitely the most revealing and interesting episode of the series yet and so far. We found out a lot of crucial things. We found out about the USB pendant. There was a minor character that was introduced, and he actually didn't want to, Charlie's mother, Rachel, wanted him to tell the rebels where the USB pendant was, but he didn't want to. Another crucial thing we found out was Miles, you know, the uncle of Danny and Charlie, now know what the USB pendant does. Finally, Aaron has been keeping the secret for so long, and the reason they found out was because, I don't know why, he didn't push the button or anything, but randomly, for some reason, the USB pendant, they were hiding down in the lighthouse, in the lower part of the lighthouse, and all of a sudden the light came on, and it lit up the generator, it lit up the lighthouse, and it shined a light in Miles and Charlie's eyes, and they found out, finally. They had to do some convincing to Aaron, but in the end of the episode, they know what it does. Well, those are all the crucial things that happened in this episode. It looks like next episode is going to be extremely intense. In the promo, we saw Charlie's character is tied up with her hands above her head, and what looks like a cloth of some kind is in her mouth. And it looks like next episode really revolves around the pendant. Monroe wants the pendant, and he's going to do anything he can do to find it. He's going to kill, destroy, and kill whoever he has to find that pendant. So like I said, episode 8, Ties That Bind, comes on next Monday night, November 12th of 2012, at 9 o'clock on Channel 2 NBC if you want to watch. And like I said, it's mainly going to be about the USB pendants, and he's going to do anything he can to get that pendant. And it looks, let me read here for a second. It says, when Nora encounters a close relative, she must make a difficult choice between family and a promise. Meanwhile, one of the most ruthless members of the militia is tracking Miles, Charlie, and the gang, and General Monroe hands Captain Neville a stern warning. So it looks like Monroe and Captain Tom Neville are also going to have a clash of some kind also. So anyway, I think Revolution is a great series so far. I can't wait till next Monday when I get to watch more of the series. Great show, good stuff. It's going to be disappointing whenever I have to wait 4 whole months for the series to come back on. Anyways, that's what you're going to have to do, right? So anyways, once again, thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in next Monday night at 9 o'clock, Channel 2 NBC for episode 8 titled Ties That Bind. And I'll see you guys later with another review of the TV series titled Revolution. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.